Welcome to Seen Through Glass and welcome to Germany. You join me on my adventures down to the Monaco Grand Prix in this stunning McLaren 720S. Now today, as I head south towards Switzerland, I'm going to be using some de-restricted sections of the Autobahn. If you don't know what that means, it's essentially sections of the motorway with no speed limit, and my previous top speed record on the Autobahn is 190 miles an hour in a Ferrari 488, and I feel like if any car is going to be able to challenge that record, it's got to be the 720S. Now there are quite a lot of factors that go into a successful high-speed run on the Autobahn. It's not as simple as literally just turning up and going flat out. Firstly, safety. Let's not forget this is a public road, it is a motorway. So I tend to pussy out quite quickly. You really have to look so far ahead, because when you're doing 190 miles an hour and a truck is doing 50 miles an hour, those closing speeds are quite terrifying, and if they suddenly pull into your lane, you got to get out of that. Luckily, we've got high performance braking in this car. Other things to think about. Weather conditions, it looks a bit dry at the moment, but there were some thunderstorms expected, so obviously if it rains I'll be getting out of everything indeed. Fuel, you join me at a Shell fuel stations. I've just filled up with Racing 100 Octane, which I think is only available here in Germany. I'm not really sure, but it's essentially super high octane fuel that should make this thing even more like a rocket. This car is set up in kilometers per hour because I'm doing this big European trip, so let's work out what my target speed is. Miles per hour, we are going to be aiming for, ladies and gentlemen, 306 kilometers per hour for a new record. So, gonna get cameraed up and then get on our way. Okay people, we've got the green light, or the white sign. So, active panel is already on. I'm gonna go sport, and manual for now. I've got tyre temperatures. Let's do a couple of runs just to warm up. Remember, I'm aiming for 306 kilometers an hour. There's a lot of traffic in terms of buses and things. But anyway, 7th gear pull to start off. Just get us in the mood. This thing picks up speed so quickly. Woo! My lord. When people pull in front of you, it's a bit... Luckily I've got the air brake on this car as well, so sometimes I just see it go flip in my mirror and I know that we're braking a little harder. Anyway, if we go again. Racing so fast. That was a little dangerous. That was a tiny bit dangerous. I did that on a corner. Wasn't exactly loving life. And I don't know what it is, but there's something about this car. It feels very different to the 488. At high speed, the 488 was kind of like rock solid. We almost didn't notice how quick we were going. This, because of the turbo delivery and the fact that I think all McLarens are a bit go-kart-like. It's such a light car. It just kind of squirms around a bit more. Don't get me wrong, it still feels stable, but just a little bit more like, woo, which which I guess is exhilarating. Blah! I don't know what we got to there, but I think maybe 280, just 20 kilometers off, 25 kilometers off the top speed. But yeah, I don't really like to look down at the speedo when I'm doing those kind of speeds. A few raindrops starting to fall now and some more clouds. I hope that wasn't our final run, but if it was, I think we might as well crack on to the glorious Switzerland. Try and sum up what I've done today. I woke up, did a not top speed but high speed run on the autobahn, drove 400 miles into Switzerland, and then just absolutely twatted it up a mountain road, all in relative comfort. Relative comfort. It has to be said that this 720S is immensely capable, and I think, you know what, when I did the launch, I kind of I didn't misunderstand the car, but my expectations were so high. I'd kind of been sold into the fact that this car was essentially like a baby P1. It was going to redefine the supercar segment, and it has in terms of speed. I would still argue that this is a baby hypercar for a quarter of the price. But apart from that, I don't think there's anything else that's that revolutionary. However, doing a journey like this does allow me to see all of its abilities laid bare. I did a close to 1,000 mile drive down on the first day via the Nürburgring. Apart from a bit of back pain from these sport bucket seats, I survived, which is key. The car survived. Pretty good on fuel for what is a £250,000 supercar, 710 horsepower, whatever it's got. So yeah, I can't complain about 24 mpg. And then today, doing 180 miles an hour in its sleep, this car. I mean, it wasn't even trying. It honestly wasn't trying. And now, out here, I think it's too quick. I would still say it's too quick. I don't need to be going this fast. In fact, it's illegal that I'm going this fast. Don't get me wrong. It's freaking awesome. But it's so rare that you can do this, but maybe that's all modern supercars. I don't know. I'm definitely starting to understand this car a little better, appreciate it a little bit more. Would I pick it over a 488? For the days like today, right now, I don't know, because for me the 488 feels fast enough, and everyone knows my Ferrari allegiance. But on a smooth road like this, which is, I mean, Swiss roads are essentially racing tracks. They're billiard smooth. It's just hold on for dear life. It's hold on for dear life. And in this spec, with all this carbon, it feels purposeful. It feels like the car I wanted it to be. That's what it is. I haven't fallen in love. I haven't been absolutely bowled over. And if you gave me 250 grand, would it be the first thing I go and buy? I'm not sure, but I like it a hell of a lot more, and I do understand why people who buy it become these sort of cult obsessives. I feel like McLaren are the new Apple. You know, Apple people, we are all Apple salesmen. Whether we've got iPhones or Macs or whatever, we just promote it to everybody. And McLaren's the same. Once you buy a McLaren, you tell everyone how great they are. Very, very cool. I also love Switzerland so much. It's just a shame that they hate supercars. Oh look, they love classic Switzerland. Classic cars. There seems to be like some kind of classic car rally on this road that I've come to, which, as I say, is classic Switzerland. Very nice. But I would argue, even though those guys are probably doing 50 kilometers an hour max, they're probably having a really good time, and I'm having a really good time. So you don't need 710 horsepower. It's very nice, but you don't need it. Anyway, it's been a high-speed day, and I need to chill the hell out, because I'm now headed to Geneva for an overnight stop for the sort of quite dull drive to Monaco tomorrow. So I will sign off here. I hope you guys have enjoyed this update on my feelings and opinions for the 720S. Let me know your thoughts. Have you come around to this car? Because it's been a controversial car for a long time. Give it a thumbs up if you've enjoyed it, and make sure to subscribe for plenty more videos to come.